Hey, hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? Hello. I'm doing good. I kind of felt bad that yesterday when I was on live, I didn't answer you guys' questions, so I'm here to answer your questions. Um, yeah, so if you guys have questions, please leave them below. It was so funny because yesterday, a client of mine from the live yesterday booked coaching for today, and we were going on and on about how, like, when you really truly understand the law, you understand that we've been keeping ourselves stuck this whole time, and it was literally never anything having to do with the physical world. It was just our perception of it. And I don't know. I just thought that was um, interesting. How are you guys? I love you guys more. If you guys watched the video from yesterday or the live from yesterday, have you guys started applying like the law from a very objective point of view? Because honestly, I don't know if it's just me, but literally anytime I feel emotional about something, not like emotional, but like I'm in my feels about something I want to manifest, and like my ego tries to bring in all these thoughts. Also, side note, like I'm not exempt from like human experience. Like I still feel emotions, I still have these emotions that flare up too, just like you guys. It's just the only difference between me and you is I know how to manage it well so that it doesn't affect my manifestation, if that makes sense. Manifested an internship starting on Monday. Well, good luck. I love that you did that for yourself. Wanting two Bengal cats. Was told I am second in line, telling myself the other person fell through and they are mine. Yeah. Honestly, go and choose the outcome that you want. They found a different person with those cats and they don't want to contact the person who has your cats. So, yeah, you have your cats now. And what's so interesting is because, like I said yesterday, all we have now is the now moment. So, technically, you already have your cats right now. You're not waiting to get them. You're not, I know it may be, elusive to some people, or like it may seem like you don't have it physically, but understand, like, when you understand the law, your understanding that will make something true is the assumption, not necessarily the physicalness of it. How can I detach? I've been trying and trying to manifest my dream life for 2 years and I'm sick of feeling stuck in. Okay, so let's rework that assumption. Let's rework that assumption because understand that your assumptions create your reality, right? So even with this comment, you're creating the story, right? You equate your efforts to some sort of reward system. Understand that the law is not a reward system. It's not a being. It's not, you're not getting something from someone. It's a natural phenomenon that's occurring 24/7. The only thing is, you have to understand that we're constantly always choosing a story. And that's not like a negative thing. That's just like something you can remind yourself anytime you find yourself trying to manifest, or like, why is this not working? Or why is it that I'm affirming for this amount of time, but I'm still not getting what I want? That's because you keep equating your efforts to some sort of reward. You're not going to get a reward, guys. Like how I was saying yesterday, the law doesn't care about you. And I say that not to be mean. I'm not saying that to be like anything, but it's to get you to wake up. The law doesn't care about the effort you're putting in. It doesn't. Because in the same breath, you could later down the line, or maybe today, when you fully understand the law and you're able to just literally decide, I have it right now, the law is not going to care that you made one affirmation versus someone who makes 10,000. That's how objective it is. It doesn't care about the situation. However, you need to be objective enough to understand that you're the one choosing this story. You have the story that I have to keep affirming and I don't have what I want. I have the story that I have it immediately right now, whether I work for it or not, whether I use one assumption or not, whether whatever, right? You're the one imposing that story. So for me, how I learned to detach is necessarily understanding that, like, I'm not the law. I'm the creator, but I'm not the law. I'm not the natural phenomenon. So, because I understand the natural order of creation, assumptions come first and then I'm proven right. But then again, like, when you understand this, you understand that you're the evidence. Once you make an assumption, you now have to experience it. Like, you'll come across it the same way, like, if you have a closet, for example, you're not seeing your shoes right now, but the next time you open your closet to go get dressed or something, you'll see your shoes. It's the same exact way. It's the same way. So that's how you detach, by looking at manifestation from a very objective point of view. I'm not getting something from anyone. The law is not rewarding me. It's a natural phenomenon where whatever it is that I think of has to be created. And you ground yourself in that. Anytime you find yourself worrying, anytime you find yourself kind of like afraid of something not happening, you calm down, you feel your emotions, you feel your feelings, but you understand this law is perfect. Okay, the law has no reason to keep whatever it is that you want from you. You understand that you came first in every regard. Even you experiencing the story that you're experiencing had to come from you first. You had to assume it for it to be happening right now. And you even writing this question, not that I'm blaming you or anything, is like more evidence of the story that you're holding in place. So change the story and everything has to change with it. Every time I try something new in my life, I feel afraid. Okay, so I think for you, what would work is to test manifestation. Test how the law works. Manifest random things in your reality. That way you can see that you're not exempt from the law working. I feel like that's just your ego getting in the way. So for you, I think you would benefit really well from seeing manifestation work by manifesting random things you don't care about. What do you think happiness depends on? I don't know. Honestly, I feel like happiness depends on freedom. For me, at least, freedom is what brings me happiness. I know some people have other definitions of what happiness means to them, but for me, it's freedom. Can you give advice when SP is being distant, not replying even when I'm double, triple texting him? Okay, so first, we're going to rework this assumption, because you're perpetuating an assumption because of past memories. It's not that anyone is naturally perpetuating anything, right? If we understand how manifestation works, we know that nothing naturally just happens, right? Everything has to come from us first. So you being left on red or your SP being distant is because, one, you're remembering a past memory and you're just perpetuating it in the now moment, thus creating more of what you don't want. Okay, so don't blame yourself, right? It's not about blaming yourself or taking accountability of that. It's about taking accountability of the very next moment. You understand now that you're the one keeping this story alive. Okay, so if you have to feel your feelings, but then understand the law is still here. You have a brand new moment, and we're not going to necessarily care about what your SP is doing, because the law doesn't care about your SP. It cares about the story that you have in place. So we know that SP is not doing anything to you. They're only playing out the script that we gave them because of the story that's in place. So knowing this in mind, or having this in mind, we're going to choose a new story. Objectively speaking, we're going to choose a new story because this is just how the law works. And we're not gonna worry or think about, but what if I text them again, or what if I assume this assumption and they just no. Stop yourself right there, because even that in and of itself is a story, guys. You planning that that may happen is a story. You planning that it's not going to happen later on or by the end of the day is a story that you have in place. You only have the now moment. You don't see those, though. You don't see the end of the day right now. You don't see tomorrow. You don't see next Tuesday. You don't see Friday. All you have is the now moment. I get where these worries and fears come from, because they stem from past memories, but you're not there anymore. They're not happening. It doesn't matter. Objectively, the law has no choice but to work, and your SP is not exempt from the law. Like, your SP is not a difficult thing to manifest. You just have a story about them in your reality because of the things that have happened in the past. But like, you thinking that past evidence outweighs the new story is silly of us to think, right? Because we don't have evidence of that anymore. It's not happening right now. So we're going to impose a new story right now and understand that the natural order of creation is, once I make this new story, once I choose this new assumption, it's already true. It's not materializing, it already materialized. Okay? We're not gonna leave it into the future. No, it's done right now. And anytime you find yourself worrying, it's okay if you have a slip up, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's a brand new moment. So even if that did happen, so what most people will do is they'll have like a little moment where they slip, and then they'll think about that slip the whole day. Like, no, it doesn't matter. It, like, really, it does not matter. Stop being dramatic. Okay, I need to say it like this so you guys stop this. Stop being dramatic. It was just a little slip up, but you have a brand new moment right now. Every second, I want you to think of it as like every second is not attached to the last second. Like, it's literally like film strips. They're all just separate. It just seems like there's some sort of continuity because we're perceiving it that way, but really there is no continuity. The last second is separate from the last. Okay? Doesn't matter how long the no contact has been so far if I start persisting now. So, okay, even this is a story in and of itself, right? You choosing the story of no contact is a story. So how you get out of no contact is by choosing that you're not in no contact. They're texting you every day. You know the law works objectively. So now the second you make a new assumption, this is what's happening now. We're not at the whatever moment that happened in the past of the SP not talking to us. Well, that was in the past. Now it's a brand new moment. Right now they are talking to us. They triple text us. They send us voice notes. They are texting us nonstop. Actually, they're texting us so much that we have to put our phone on do not disturb. Okay, choose a new story. Understand that everything is your creation. And I feel like reality being your creation is, I think, lost on a lot of people. Like, when I mean everything is your creation. The type of birds that fly across your window in the morning, the specific colored butterflies that we see in our garden, everything is our creation. We have a story about those things in those specific scenarios, and it's being perpetuated. I don't just mean your creator whenever you're thinking about your SP or you want some money. No, like, you create everything. I'm just the person in your reality. You created me somehow, some way, right? You're welcome. Oh, thank you. What's your Halloween costume? Guys, I don't have one. Like, I was gonna do Jesse and James from Team Rocket from Pokemon, but I don't know, like, none of the costumes are good. Like, one thing I hate about Halloween costumes these days is how cheap the materials are. While the 3D life is contradictory to our desire life, is it enough to say, nope, I already have everything I want whenever the desire comes to mind? I mean, just by saying, yep, yeah. Because remember, even how the law works for you is a story. That's why some people can affirm all day long for 5 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours a day and manifest because they placebo themselves into thinking, if I do this, I will get that. But in the same breath, because you're the creator of your reality, you can just as easily decide, I don't have to do that, which is what I do because I'm a really lazy manifester. I don't like, I think I have a very short attention span sometimes. Like, I can't sit in my bed and just affirm one thing over and first of all, that's giving my desire way too much importance. And like, I even if I was struggling with like an SP situation, I don't think I ever like someone that much to be thinking about them sitting and staring at my wall for 10 hours a day, just like, and it's not to say it's a bad thing if that's you, but for me, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry, like no one is ever worth that much effort and attention for me personally. Like I don't know. Maybe that's the Leo in me. Oh, can you guys hear me? Is the audio okay? Please let me know. Hello. Okay, perfect. All right, where was I? How to stop past memories from affecting us by understanding how the law works. That's how. You understand that these past memories were just that, just memories. And even if, like, for example, this is how objective I take this. Say I had an argument with my specific person, and this argument literally just happened 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago is not right now. 5 minutes ago already passed. I'm not there anymore. Right now, it's a brand new moment. It's a brand new blank canvas. I have the opportunity to choose a brand new story. Now, I understand maybe some people may not be ready to choose a new story because that's like too soon, but that's how objective I see this. Some people may need a few hours. Some people may need a whole day to recover. Some people may need to go to dinner, eat something, have a drink, and come back to it, and then impose a new story. And that's fine, right? But I'm so objective with the law that I understand 5 minutes ago is not right now. It's a brand new moment. It's a brand new moment. I can choose a new story right now. I want to manifest becoming so rich I never have to work again. You can. Do it. Choose that story. The only cause and effect is whatever you choose to give it. You can choose in this very moment and long. Exactly. I have SP, physical appearance, clear skin, money, and good grades to manifest. Don't know where to start. It feels bulky. Or think of it like this. You have it all now at the same time. See how fast that was? Like, you're the creator of your reality. You can decide right now the rules of anything and everything. Say you have it right now and remove the it feels bulky part. You don't have to figure it out. Remember, you guys are not the natural phenomenon. You're just the creator. You're the one that gets to choose the stories. You'll come across these things naturally throughout your days, right? Don't worry about that. Just understand this law is a perfect occurring law. You have to be proven right. Your job here is just to choose the story. So everything you just listed right now, you have. That's it. Don't even think twice about it. You just have it. That's how simple I see this process. It's not really a process, but it's like it's instant. Because what refers to instant manifestation is just the immediate decision you make. You either have it or you don't. That's it. Can you talk about other people experiencing what you want and also dealing with jealousy? Okay, what do you want me to say about other people experiencing what you want? Because it's whatever you think. If you think, for example, if you're still someone that looks for movement, right? And you believe in movement, then yeah, you'll come across people who experience what you want before you do. That's a story you selected. So now you're coming across it. If you're someone that believes in angel numbers and you think that you have to like see angel numbers first before you manifest, then that's going to happen. Is it necessary? No. Just like the things like people used to teach with manifesting regarding the purge or birds before land, all those things are experiences we chose because we just didn't know any better. And I'm not like blaming anyone in particular specific, like everyone had good intentions teaching the law, and we just taught manifestation based off of what we learned, but those were stories we chose. How can you make someone go away from your life? Decide that they're no longer there. That's it. You guys, like, it's so simple. Just choose a story. It's literally that direct. And I remember when I first got into manifesting, this was around the time people were teaching that you can't use the word not or don't or all these other little words that really don't matter because everything is your creation. So if you want to say that in an affirmation, you absolutely can say it and you can still manifest what you want. Right? It doesn't matter. And what it's so funny because even that doesn't make sense to me. Because we were still manifesting using those words. Why would it change because we're using them in positive ways? Like we were saying beforehand, before we became like privy to this information, that why won't SP text me? Why doesn't my mom let me go out with my friends? Or right? And those things were manifesting. So why wouldn't it happen if I want to get rid of someone? Do you get what I mean? It's like we were so blind by the entirety of what the law is because we were just led blindly. So I don't know, you guys. Like, you're the creator of your reality. You can make up any rule you want, use any word you want. If you want to say Charlie Brown means you manifest $100,000, you absolutely can do that. You have every available story to you at your disposal right now. The whole spectrum. Some of it, half of it, a little bit of it. Like, that's all you. You have the power to choose any amount of the story you want. No one here is judging you. No one here is here but you. The law doesn't care what you want. You have a story about what that means to you, and because that story is in place, that's how it's showing up for you. Yes, another Leo. I am manifesting marriage, and this random guy just proposed to me, and he is doing everything I intend my SP to do. Freaking me out. This guy is obsessed. Yeah, that's the story you chose. Is it possible to manifest knowledge without studying? Try it. I've never personally done that, but try it. I mean, it's your reality. You don't have to ask me permission because guess what, guys? What if I said no? Are you not gonna try it? Are you not gonna do it? Right? You're the one creating every story in your reality. I've chosen that I have good grades. Perfect. Just keep doing that and do that with every story you want. Money, people, ST, friends, situations, it doesn't matter. What advice would you give someone who just started their manifesting journey? I would say first, understand manifestation outside of methods. Because when it's very common nowadays, people come into manifesting and all we're learning about is techniques and methods. I'm not saying those things are bad. Not at all. Those things are not bad. However, you will go much farther by understanding how manifestation works fundamentally rather than relying on a technique. Like nowadays, I don't even use techniques at all. Like if I want to experience something, I'll just say to myself, this is what's happening. Or like, I don't know, like things make me laugh a lot nowadays. Like I'll want to go on like a brunch date with like a friend and they'll tell me like, oh, I don't have time, or I might be busy that day. In my head, I'll go, first I'll just laugh because I'll understand like, oh, this is my reality. This is my reality. And then I'll go, oh, they do want to have a lunch date with me. Just like that, just like that. Everything is your creation. Even like them not having time, I probably had like a little worry at some point that, oh, maybe this person, let me see if this person's not busy. Like even there, I could backtrack on how that manifested. I started off by saying, let me see if this person's not busy. Let me ask first if they want to go on a lunch date with me. And then they replied, oh, I might be busy. But then I think from a very objective standpoint with the law, oh, everything's my creation. I created that. It's not about being dramatic and having a flare up in emotions like, oh, see, this is why the law does. No, I'm not going to do that because even that is creating a story. I'm just going to go, okay, I created that somehow. They're free now. They want to get lunch. And literally, I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, I'll do that. Then I'll start like doing something random, like answering emails or I don't know, having a phone call, and then they'll message me, oh, actually, do you still want to go get lunch? Do you want to go like get coffee or whatever? And then it'll just happen. Because I understand this, guys. I understand this from a very objective point of view. How to receive a gigantic sum of money out of thin air? Do I just go straight already to being wealthy and allow the how 3D to rearrange by itself? Yes, that's what I would do. Do I need to place awareness on thin air? Yeah, if you want. You can make wealth a part of your self-concept. Also, like, here's my take on self-concept, guys. Like, I feel like everything is self-concept. Everything around you is a story about yourself. Like, I don't know, and I'm gonna probably use something very simple. If you're someone who likes piercings, for example, right? Take something as simple as piercings. You have a nose ring, you have your ears pierced or whatever, you just enjoy getting piercings. Even those piercings are a part of your self-concept. I'll look at someone who has piercings and I'll immediately think, oh, piercings is something this person enjoys. They are someone who identifies as someone who enjoys getting piercings or some sort of body modification, right? Even the piercing is your identity. You're somebody who likes piercings. Do you get me? And you can apply that with literally anything. With wealth, I'm someone who is wealthy. I'm someone who manifests money out of thin air. I'm someone who can receive money without having to do anything. I'm someone who can receive money by just existing. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you. When I decide the reality that I want to be true, do I always have to remind myself that the desired reality is true now? Yes. It seems like I always automatically back to the old reality. Yeah, it's whenever the story comes to mind, You're reminding yourself that this is the case now. And I'm not necessarily saying that you have to be hyper aware every single second of the day. No, that's not realistic. Like, we have things we're doing throughout the day, but it's about whenever the story comes to mind, you understand, I just have it. I'm someone who has this thing now. I'm someone who's experiencing having this manifestation now. And I understand that the natural order of creation is I come first. So I know that the second I choose the story, it's already done. I'm so sorry, guys. A coach said that even the subconscious part of us that doesn't think about it manifests now. It makes me fear that do I just stay in my new identity? Well, understand the thing about it is I'm looking at everything objectively, not from, sorry, these texts keep coming in. I look at everything objectively, not from like what other people say, because other people don't have a say in my reality. Other people do not have a say in my reality because ultimately it's going to come down to how I'm perceiving the situation. Because someone can give me advice on what works for them, but like what works for them may not click or be how it isn't a way how I'm perceiving the situation. So therefore it really won't matter what they say, because ultimately how I'm perceiving the situation is how it's going to turn out. You're welcome. What do you think about just deciding you're doing it right? Yeah, that's typically how manifestation works. And I was saying yesterday, like, I don't want to make anyone mad because I know how people can get by the whole just deciding thing, but you guys are just deciding every day. You just don't know you're doing it. You're placeboing yourself into doing it, and you don't think you're doing it. Like, even me hearing someone say they're gonna robotic affirm for 5 hours, you're just deciding that you're gonna use this method and then you're gonna manifest. You can't escape it, guys. Like, ultimately, when you understand to look at the law from a very objective lens, you understand this is what we've been doing this entire time. I don't understand why everyone is so angry and upset when I point it out. Like, this is what's happening. This is what you're doing. Thank you. How can you turn around a situation when someone is mad at you? Person you see every day. Good question. So what I would do personally, I would understand, okay, that was a moment in the past. I'm not there anymore. I'm not at the heated argument. Right now it's a brand new moment. The law's not going to keep anything from me. So in this brand new blank canvas of a moment, I can choose a new story. They're not mad at me. They actually love talking to me. That fight that we had, and you can, portray it however you want. You could say that fight that we had made us even closer. Or you could choose a different story saying that, you know what, they forgive me. We're on good terms. It's a brand new moment. We know that the now moment is the only thing that exists. And even us remembering that past memory and perpetuating that argument is us continuing that argument in this now moment. Because you have to understand, guys, like, even old stories become new stories when we repeat them. Because if all we have is this now moment and we remember a memory and we're making assumptions about that memory, we're making it brand new again in this now moment. So if we know that we don't have evidence of that anymore, it's not happening right now, we're not at the fight, we're not at the argument, and I don't have evidence of that, and I know that my assumption has to come first, and I may not have evidence right now of the good thing, right? But I know that an assumption has to come first. Why not just choose the good assumption? And so you make the assumption that we're on good terms again. Hi, hello, hello, hello. I don't want to manifest one thing and then another thing. I want to manifest all my desires. Like, wake up to my desired reality. Choose a story. Make a list of everything you want to manifest and tell yourself, right now, I have everything on this list. Simple, guys. Like, you design your life however you want. Stop going based off of everyone else's rules. How do you want your life to turn out? Yes, I am a stay-at-home mom. Now I no longer have to work to enjoy money coming in. I just had to ditch the limiting belief that both parents had to work. Exactly. Everything is just a story. Everything literally is just a story. And when you understand the law, objectively, you understand it was literally us keeping these ideas and stories and assumptions in place because of what we remembered at one point in time. It was just a story that we, for a little while, identified with because we saw maybe multiple people experience the same thing, and so we assumed that that's how life went. But no, nothing is naturally perpetuating. Like I said, guys, nothing is naturally occurring. We're remembering something and we're bringing it into the now moment again and again and again and again. Hi, so what if you feel as though you are doing everything right for a good while, but you do not have it? Here's the thing, guys, you can't run away from yourself. Even you telling me this is proof that this is what you've been thinking for a while, which is why that's perpetuating in your reality. You not experiencing your manifestation because this story is in place is evidence that the law is working. Because if you're choosing this story, why would the law give you your manifestation? Why would your desire manifest if this is the story, right? Because this is the story that's in place. It's okay. You don't have to blame yourself. We understand that, that was us in a past moment. It's a brand new moment. We understand the natural order of creation. Our assumptions come first. And us thinking that we weren't going to experience our manifestation was a story in and of itself, but we're not going to choose that anymore. We're going to choose that moving forward, I have my manifestation. I'm not going to entertain ideas of, but this has been happening. No, because we understand that if I'm telling myself I don't have it later on, or I'm telling myself that it's been months and weeks and I don't have my manifestation, that's a story I've been creating all this time. And I don't want to experience that anymore, so we're going to change the tune. We're going to change the story, change the channel. In this moment, we have our manifestation. I have it. Point blank period. I have it. Hello, hello. By the way, guys, if you still need coaching or any sort of like manifestation help, head over to my site, conjuredrealm.com. I'm still doing coaching. But really, all I'm going to do is take your situation and help you reframe it from a very objective point of view, from a very objective lens. If I would like to enjoy having wealth from a specific source, is it okay, or should I just manifest being rich without putting a source that I would like to get wealth from as well? I mean, what do you want? I'm not the creator, you are. Do you want it to come from a specific source? I can't tell you no, it's your reality. Do you want it to be open-ended? That's also an option. Remember, you create your reality, so anything you say is right. What do you think about awareness, law of awareness? Would that not just be another made-up term for manifesting? Because everything is made up, to be honest. Everything is just a made-up story about manifestation. The law just stands alone. All these labels and all these ideas about what manifestation is just another label for this natural phenomenon that's occurring. It doesn't change at the end of the day. It's whatever you assume is true has to be true. How do you think when it's taking too long for a person to manifest? Well, you have to understand also, like, that's probably a story you have in place. Remember, the law doesn't care about you guys. It doesn't care about your unique situation. It's not holding anything back from you. You are, because you're thinking about a past memory, about a situation that happened where you failed to manifest, and in turn, you're making that mean that the law is not working for you, and then in turn, you're experiencing that. So if you're taking too long to manifest, for me, I don't believe in manifestation taking time. First of all, because this law is perfect. It doesn't care about you or your situation. It's perfectly occurring. It's rushing after you at all times. That means that your desires taking long to manifest is a story in of itself that's happening right now. So do you see how manifestation is perfectly happening? I would say just change your story. If you want to start experiencing your desires, change what you're entertaining. Because the law has never left you. Even this situation happening of the law not occurring is a story in and of itself. So just change the story, and the law has to give you what you want. Not even the law, guys. Like, I keep phrasing it that way, but it's just you're giving yourself something. The law is not giving you anything. It's just a natural phenomenon. Like people people think that this law is a being. It's not a being. It's not a person. You keep equating your efforts to some sort of reward system, and the law is not rewarding you. Its only objective is just to exist. So a lot of you are putting in all this effort to manifest, and then equating your efforts to a reward, and then you don't get your reward, and then you make that mean a story about the law, and then you experience that assumption you just made about the law because you didn't get your reward. But literally no one is rewarding you. The law is a very objective, natural phenomenon. It doesn't care about the effort you put in. It cares about the story. Can you talk about SATs a little? State akin to sleep. Yeah, it's just another story someone made up, another method someone made up about where if they visualize before they go to bed, they'll manifest. But again, it's just another technique. It's just another story. You're manifesting 24/7. You're manifesting 24/7. Saving manifestation for only when you're using a technique goes against the law, guys. Because even before you use the technique or the methods, the law was still here. It never left you. Is acknowledging something I want is not present wavering, even if I'm not affirming? If so, how to stop acknowledging if I have to face the opposite scenario every day? Is acknowledging something I want is not present wavering? Yeah, you're choosing the story that it's not happening now, so that's what's occurring. So anytime you think of your desire, me personally, I would go to it's already happening. I have it now. It's here now. That's it. There's nothing to fix, guys. Stop over analyzing this. You only have the now moment. What are you choosing in this now moment? I have so many things to manifest. Also firmly believe in law. So what should I manifest? Like it is a subjective journey. I don't know what you want to manifest. What is it that you want? Understand that you have access to anything. Your assumptions is what creates your reality. So if you want to write out a list of things that you want to manifest and then assume that everything on the list is now true, you can do that. How do you think about unrealistic desires like immortality or superpowers? I don't see a lot of people talk about it, and I'm really curious. That's gonna depend from person to person. Like, it doesn't matter what I believe. All that matters is what you believe. Because I don't want to impose my limits on you, and you start creating a reality based off of my limits, right? Because for me, I'm limited probably in that way. Like, I have the limitation that I can't fly, so that's why my reality doesn't show me that. But just because that's my limit, that doesn't have to be your limit. Can you talk about manifesting many things at once? The list method. Yeah, you just put everything in the list, tell yourself everything here is now true. Done. Remember, we're not, manifestation is not about a reward, it's not about effort, it's not about anything. It's about just deciding this is what's happening and this is true now. That's it. Even like when I started to see the law from this objective point of view, I was like, wow, I was literally putting myself through all this work for nothing. Don't get me wrong, if you're still someone that needs the placebos and you need the methods and you need the techniques, use them. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, as someone who has like this objective lens now of the law, I understood that I was doing that to myself. I didn't need to do that if I didn't want to, because even that was a story I was creating. Do you suggest manifesting a new person or manifesting changes within your current person? Whatever you want. You're the creator of your reality. What do you want? I'm not the one that has to live your experience. You do. Both options are okay with me. What you're saying about choosing a new story despite what we see in 3D is something our minds perceive as lying to ourselves or pretending, but it's the absolute truth. Am I right? Yeah. Yeah. You perceive it as lying because you're remembering a past thought, you're remembering a past memory. But understand, all we have is the now moment. You're not there anymore. That past memory is not happening right now. You have the opportunity as conscious creators to choose a new story in this new now moment. So what are you going to choose? What's the longest it's taken for you to receive manifestation in your 3D reality? The longest? Do you mean like throughout my whole journey? Because the longest something took when I first started manifesting was probably like a month. If someone keeps popping into your mind randomly, unannounced, do you think that is them thinking about you? Or do you believe that others cannot affect / have free will in your reality? For me personally, I don't think other people have free will in my reality. But again, that's my story. You probably could have a different story. Some people, especially like on Twitter, I see people say that if someone is coming up in your mind, that probably means they're thinking about you. And that's what's happening. And so when they text that person and that person texts them, oh my God, I was just thinking about you, they get met with that reality. So it's still a story that you're keeping in place. Like, you guys have so much power to choose anything. Like, you can choose whatever it is that you want. Like, this is just one big like Sims game. You can adopt, think, have, choose, be anything you want. Give yourself any characteristic you want. Like, I feel like people are so overwhelmed because of the amount of choices that we have. But don't get stuck, guys. Choose that, like, be free. Let that be a source of freedom for you. You have so many options. You're not stuck. Thank you. Thoughts and opinions on Eckhart Tolle, his power of now. It was just his perception and his story playing out now. That's literally it. He saw his reality from his specific point of view through research, and so that's what he was met with. It was just a story, Remember, we have access to any story we want. That was just his. Yeah, I am stuck from so long keeping on going the same patterns. I try to change, but pain arises. I endure, then I just forget in the digital and get more distracted. Yeah, ground yourself in the objectiveness of the law. If you need to feel your feelings for a second, do that. Make yourself feel better, drink some tea, have some wine, feel your feelings. When you're done doing that, come back and understand this is a perfect, natural occurring law. It doesn't care about our situation, guys. Our situation is not hard. We're perceiving it that way because we're thinking of past memories. And we're bringing those past memories into the now and perpetuating it because of what we thought, happened before. But we're not there anymore. It's a new moment. We can choose a new story. Can you explain affirming without efforting, like correctly persisting? So for me, persisting just means identifying with a story that you want over and over again. It's not about consistently choosing something because you want to make something happen. It's understanding that I have this thing. So anytime this thing comes to mind, I'm going to continue to understand that I have this thing. So for example, this is the new iPhone 17 Pro Max, right? I got this phone probably like 3 weeks ago. I've been persisting in the fact that I have this phone for the last 3 weeks. It's not about, oh my God, let me keep persisting that I have this phone so it eventually can manifest. No, I'm persisting in having this phone because it's the case. It's what's happening right now. I'm persisting in the fact that this is the story because that's what's happening. Doing addictive activities comes from wanting to escape discomfort. Can I just decide that I'm not addicted to that activity instead of fixing the discomfort? So I'll say this, I'm not someone who is licensed to give medical advice. I want you to use manifestation as a supplemental thing you do outside of, what your healthcare providers are telling you to do. So after you do whatever it is that they're telling you to do, yeah, choose a story. You don't need those things to feel comfort. You're someone who's not addicted to those things anymore. And you keep going back to that story again and again and again. If someone has been living their desire for a month, live, sleep, eat in their apartment, etc., to the point they truly feel disconnected from the 3D, why would it take so much time to materialize? Is that hidden, wrong identification? Well, because you probably have a story in place that's keeping that in your reality. Because you guys have to understand, you have to take your awareness out of this being something like it's naturally happening. Nothing is naturally happening. The law is occurring 24/7 whether we like it or not. If we're being shown something, it's because it's a part of our self-concept some way, somehow. You don't have to take accountability of those past moments, but understand that this is appearing in front of me because I identified with this at some point in some time. So if something is not happening or something, I'm not even going to say not happening because something not happening is actually something happening. You're identifying with that in some way, shape, or form. And that's why you're seeing it. That's how perfect the law is. It doesn't care about good or bad. It just cares about what you're entertaining. So I would argue that's probably someone still identifying some way, somehow in that story, right? You can't escape your reality because your reality is you. Why do I feel bad when I affirm? I get more anxiety when I don't think about my desire. So what I would recommend is you truly understanding the fundamentals of the law. You probably are understanding manifestation through an experience that you had in the past. And because you're remembering a past event, you get anxiety. And even like this in and of itself is a memory. It's a story that you have in place. Every time I think about manifesting, I get anxiety. That's a story. Change it. You have access to every story in the world. Why would you want to keep experiencing this one? I'm gonna answer one more question, guys, and I'm gonna head out. But yeah. Okay, let's talk about thought transmission for a sec. So thought transmission is, again, just another story. I believe if I think something, this person is also thinking it. In turn, that's exactly what happens. That's it, just another story. It's just another story. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but again, that's also a story. Someone can pick up on my thoughts because it's a story that I'm choosing to keep in place. And in turn, that's what happens. I tell someone to think of a color that I'm thinking of, and then whoop-de-doo, they think of the color that I'm thinking of. Again, that was a story I have in place, right? Everything is your creation. Everything is just you. Everything will always just be you. But again, if you need help with this, if you need any kind of like assistance or help, I'm still coaching. Head over to my site, conjuredrealm.com. And yeah, let's help fix your situation. But I hope you guys had a fun time with my live. 2 lives in a row. Yeah, I hope you guys manifest everything you want. Understand that you're the ones creating everything. So choose better stories. Choose better stories, guys. You can do it. You can do it. I mean, anyone can do this. I don't live under a different law than you. We're all under the same law of assumption law. I'm just choosing stories that I want to experience. That's literally the difference between you and me. Thank you. I love you guys. But yeah, happy manifesting. Have an amazing day.